Good morning, students. Good morning, all the three branches, KTS Vani Block, KTS Ramanapet, and Alwal. Super. Welcome all you for the prestigious program of Krishnaveni Talent Schools and the Mastermind Schools, that is IIT and NEET Foundation, or Focus C program. I welcome all the class 9th students for today's session. So as you can see on the screen, my subject is physics. We are in class 9th, our ongoing first chapter, units and dimensions. And today we are entered to the session number 6. So far we completed 5 classes in understanding the importance of units and dimensions in our mathematics as well as in the physics also. Right. So almost we completed the complete conceptual part, theory part, we covered everything. So today we recall all the topics what we covered. Then we'll step into the worksheets. We have to solve the worksheet of these different levels. So we'll solve the worksheets after reviewing the total chapter or giving the synopsis for you. Okay. But before that, remember there is a first monthly test exam to be conducted on coming Monday. That is, as per the receiving of papers, it is already delayed by 1 week. So immediately get the question papers, immediately start conducting the exam to the students and send the papers to the given address so that they'll correct and send back your complete branch analysis. Simply multiple choice questions and with OMR sheet, right? OMR sheet only. Okay. Apart from this, we are going to provide you assignments, that is, we can call it as task. Weekend task will try to provide you from every Saturday. We give the weekend task for you so that you can give the PDF to the students. They will write the questions, not much, 5 questions in each subject, so that they'll write in the notebook and countersigned by you next day, Monday. So it makes that parents should know exactly what IIT Foundation class is going in the class school. So to make the parents to avail, parents to make attention to the parents, we provide from our side. If you want, you can give homework from your side from the material. We are also not giving any from anywhere from the other books. We are giving only from our materials. So we are trying to give the assignments or task for every weekend. Your duty is to make sure that students will write all the questions and answers in the given notebook. I want to see that by end of the year, everybody's IIT notebook should be filled. Otherwise, there is no meaning of these classes. Your responsibility is to take the follow up and check the notebooks and take the parent signature also, so that we can feel that we have conducted some IIT Foundation classes perfectly. Okay. Right. Now it's the time to just review what we learned in the earlier classes. So these are the complete picture where we started and where we closed. Complete theory part, starting from introduction part about measurements, that is mainly about physical quantities. First we introduce, then classification of physical quantities into fundamental and derived. Then we enter into our own topic, that is units. What is unit? How important it is? And what are the rules of units? After knowing about all this, we even discuss about the multiples and submultiples also, which are prefix of the units. Then we enter into the dimensions, which is a new topic. So the powers, generally when you are writing dimensions, all the basic quantities, the base quantities are fundamental. Fundamentals are at the base and the dimensions are on the power. The power which is number is there, that is called dimension. Dimension is the only number, mere number. Either it may be 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, whatever it may be, or 0. Okay. So we have seen how to write the dimension formulas for the many quantities, but still I'll try to give some synopsis for you for today. before going for the worksheet. So, right. So this is the total picture what we covered and what we completed the first chapter. So before going for the next topic, next we have the another topic called vectors. We start from the next week. So tomorrow again we'll do the class here. This class will complete some worksheets today and some tomorrow. Remaining you have to practice, right? These are the fundamental quantities. These are the derived quantities, right? This is about units total, how to write the rules of units, multiples and submultiples. And these are some conversions, very interesting conversions. One system to another or one to another, right? Dimensions we have seen. Dimensions, some examples of dimensions. Okay. Some conversions also we have seen. These are few quantities with a dimensional formula, which is very important. And how dimensions are helpful, useful. What is the use of dimensions also you have seen. Okay. So you may be thinking why I'm not seeing anything. It is a blank. It's a blank board only. So now what we will do is, all of you, please open your notebooks and ready with the pen and note down the points which I am writing on the board. Note down the points as a key points. You can make it as a synopsis or you can write it as a key points. These key points helpful for you in answering the questions of worksheet. If you want to answer the questions of worksheet, we have to write the key points. Number one, first point, please all of you, you have to write. I'll give some time for you to write. So, physical properties. First point is physical properties which can be measured. Which can be measured, called physical quantities. That is the first part of our chapter. Already you learned in the earlier classes, but here they reviewed. Right? First point. All of you note down. Teachers, please make sure that each student write the points in their notebook. Second one. So physical, I'm writing short form now. Physical quantities which are independent. You know, independent means which does not depend on anyone. It's called independent. When you are completed your studies and start doing the job, when you are earning, you are called independent. Now you are dependent. You depend on your parents. Independent are called fundamental quantities. Fundamental or is also called basic. Point number 3. So physical quantities which are derived. What is meant derived? Obtained. Derived from fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Very, very important again, derived. Point number 3. Right? Point number 4. Clear? So either it is a fundamental or derived, no matter. Standard measurement. Every physical quantity has standard measurement. That is our main topic. Standard measurement of any physical quantity called unit. What called? Unit. Standard measurement of any physical quantity is called unit. Correct or not? So standard, it should be standard. You cannot change the unit of any quantities. These are fixed. Okay. So units of fundamental quantities are called fundamental units. Units of fundamental quantities are called fundamental units, and derived quantities are called are called derived units. Right? Very important point again. So what is fundamental unit? All the units of fundamental quantities. There are 7 fundamental quantities are there. 7 plus 2 supplementary also there.
Sir,
Okay.
please give us some time.
What happened?
Sir, give some time.
Physical properties which can be measured, called physical quantities. Physical quantities which are independent are called fundamental or basic physical quantities. Physical quantities which are derived from fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Standard measurement of any physical quantity called unit. Units of fundamental quantities are called fundamental units, and units of derived quantities are called derived units.
Good morning, sir. We want some time.
Yeah, sure. Definitely I
Thank you,
will.
sir.
Okay. Right. You can take, please. Thank you for your request. Just write down fully. If anything not understand, teacher, please help the students. I try to write much better. Take some time, no issue. That is the reason I'm explaining again on points. So your 9th class students, as according to that, you can take time because you can write fast comparatively. PQ is nothing but physical quantity. Remember, don't forget. FQ is nothing but fundamental quantity.
Sir, we have completed.
Very good. Thank you so much. So others, hope everybody completed. Because you are 9th class students, you are very fast in writing, I know. Right. So we completed the 5 important points, right? Next. When you come for the next part, some more are there because it's only some part we covered. So point number 6, when you come, after knowing about the unit sum, for example, fundamental units I'm mentioning: mass, length, time, you can note down all, temperature, current, electric current, substance, and luminous intensity. Luminous intensity or fundamental quantities, right? So they have their own units. For example, next, area, volume, density, pressure, force, etc. So many are there, are derived quantities. Okay. Many derived quantities are innumerable. For example, kg, meter, second, small letter should be, then Kelvin, and ampere, mole, and candela. They are the fundamental units. Fundamental units of the, I given a point number 6, I gave some quantities. For example, see, per mass, kg, per length, meter, per time, second, per temperature, Kelvin, per current, ampere, per substance, matter of quantity of substance, it is a mole, and per luminous intensity, candela. So respect to all. Okay, respectivity I'm writing for above 0.6. For 0.6, the units are this. Next, when you come to the part of fundamental derived units, for example, area is measured in meter square, volume is meter cube, density is kg per meter cube, then pressure is equal to force by area. We can write Newton by meter square, force Newton, or you can write full name you should write actually small letters, Newton. Sorry, just a minute. Let me clear that. Okay. So, for force, Newton, and etc. They are the derived units. So, fundamental quantities, there are 7 are there. So, 10th point if you wrote, very important, there are 2 supplementary quantities. Supplementary means apart from main quantities, there are supplementary. Number 1, A, I write A, plane angle, which is measured in radian. Radian is the unit of plane angle. And B, solid angle. You will come across in mathematics also these, which are units is steradian. These are the 2 supplementary quantities, supplementary fundamental quantities. Okay. Plane angle and solid angle. So note on from 6 to 10. So this is totally about what we know about the units. Complete about the units. About the fundamental quantities, fundamental units, derived quantities, derived units. And there are some supplementary physical quantities and their units. Anyway, you have rules, you have to follow the rules. Rules, no need to explanation. Now we go to the next part is, after knowing about little bit about the multiples and submultiples, go to the dimensions part. So some of the branches have little doubts in dimensions. Today will clear. So if you want to write the dimension, you must be perfect in the formula. If you know the formula, then only you can write the dimension. So you need to, just like in mathematics, when formula is not there, you cannot solve any problem. Even physics also, formulas are very, very important. You need to practice. So good to see branches, but I'm not happy. ECL branch always regular, Alwal. I don't know Jyoti Chandra which branch. Ramanna Pet is regular. Kishan Bagh. Vani Block is the most regular branch. Jahan Uma. JNR again is there. Shekhar sir. So welcome you all once again. And make sure that you attend the classes regularly so that you can get the benefit out of it. I'm not saying attending the class you get IIT. You get some idea, you get students will get some knowledge which they can use in the regular as well as the competitive examination which they are facing now and in the future also. Okay. So after completing the synopsis part, we'll start the worksheet. How much possible today we'll do, remaining we'll do the next class, tomorrow class. Hope you have done. Shall I clean the board? Right. Hope everybody completed. Now, come to the point number 11. Positive powers of 10. 10. Sorry, just a minute. 10 are called multiples and negative powers of 10 are called submultiples. Example, 10 power 3 kg, 10 power minus 3 milligram, right? Many things are like 10 power 6, 10 power 9. So 10 power 6, you can call it as mega. 10 power minus 6, you can call it as micro. This is called kilo. Or you can make it as kilo. Kilogram. Kg. Kilogram, milligram. Milli means 10 power minus 3. Kilo means C. 10 power 3 means 1000. 10 power minus 3 means 1 by 1000, which is plus are called larger values, minus are smaller values of mass. Clear, man? So conventions should be followed. Conventions. They're also called rules to be followed while writing the units. So how to write the small letter, when to write the capital letters, when to put the full stop, right? All these things should be very careful when you go to higher classes. If you practice from now, it becomes easy for you. Right? Hope you are done. Right. Now we'll come to the point number 13, that is about the second part of the chapter, dimension. So definition, you can see the power to which fundamental quantities are to be raised. Fundamental quantities. So fundamental quantities are the base quantities here, are to be raised, called dimension. Called dimension. The powers to which fundamental quantities are raised. Example, mass, can write as m1, length L1, because I'm writing only fundamental now. Time T1, current I1, temperature, you can write K1 Kelvin, or you can write T1 already there, so cannot write T1. Then you can take K1, right? And luminous intensity, that is CD1, we can write. And substance, quantity of substance or matter, you can write mole 1, mole over 1, or small m1 you can write. So what these are? Even beside this you can write L0, T0 also. Remaining are 0. These are the dimension formula of the dimensions of the fundamental quantities. So this is the dimension formula. F1 is the dimension formula of the mass. But whereas 1 is the dimension. This power is dimension. Very right. Power is the dimension. The total representation is dimensional formula. That I'll explain. First note on this. So mass is represented by M1. Length is L1, or you can write here also L0, T0 also. Or you can write M0, T0. Just represent as the equation, you can write like that. That's all. Nothing not compulsory. Here also you can write M0, T0, L0, I1, K1, CD1, mole 1. So the power is there. The power is called dimension. Base is the fundamental quantity only. The power is called dimension. Right? Hope you are written. If you want time, if you have any doubt, you can unmute and you can ask without disturbing others, or you can chat also. Chat box is there. You can text so that I can see and I'll try to respond. Because it's not like a real class, it is a virtual class. So we cannot be that much interactive, but still we'll try to give, or we'll try to do the interactive session. Okay. Right? Now when you come to the 14th point, I'm trying to read it straight. 14. So representation of physical quantity by dimensions called dimensional formula, dimensional equation or dimensional formula you can write. Example. So I'll write so many. You can find out. Number 1, one by one I'll write. You can see carefully. Area with formula I'll write. Length into breadth. That is L1 into L1. That is equal to L square. L square is a dimensional formula of the area. Next, volume. Length into breadth into height. That is L1 into L1 into L1. That is equal to L cube. Right. 3. Speed or velocity. Same both. That is formula. What is the formula? Distance by time. So distance is L1. Time is T1. That is L1 T1 come out becomes T minus 1. Got it or not? 4. Acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but velocity by time or change in velocity by time. So what is velocity? Already we got. That is L1 T minus 1. Directly I am writing. Time is again T1. So it becomes L1 T minus 1. Again this is T minus 1. That it becomes T minus 2. Correct? Okay. Next. Momentum. How many are there? And I try to write maximum. Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. Mass into velocity. What is mass? M1. What is velocity? Already you know. Speed or velocity. L1 T minus 1. This is the dimension formula of the momentum. Got? Next. 6th one. Density. So what is density? Mass by volume. So we know mass is M1, volume is L cube, already we have written. That is equal to M1 L minus 3. Right or not? 7. Force. Force is mass into acceleration as per the Newton's second law. Mass we know M1. Acceleration also we know here. L1 T minus 2. Correct? Note down the 7. Remaining will do continue. See, representing a physical quantity in terms of fundamental quantities is called dimensional formula. The total representation. Area L square, you can write M0 L square T0 also. And volume L cube. Speed or velocity is given by. But see, without formula you cannot write that. You need formula for that. So 7 we have written. So many you can write there. But for your standard, how much required will do. Max. The remaining part you have to work on this. Otherwise you cannot. You have to practice. Without practice, you cannot remember all these things. Okay. You have to practice very well. Because when you go to the 11th standard, inter first year, the first chapter this only. Okay. So just involve, practice, take some time to prepare for this. So IIT Foundation is not a burden. It is a gift for you. Wrote all of you? Can I? We have got 6, 7 out of this. So this all comes under the point number 14 only. So because time is running, maybe. So tomorrow we'll do worksheet. Today not possible. Okay. See, for worksheet also, we provided the key to the teachers. Total textbook key we already provided. You can take the key of this chapter, units and dimensions, from your teacher. When you are going through the material, you can not only key, we provided solutions also for some questions. Key to part answers to provide you now. So it's very much helpful for you in appearing for exam. Okay. Right. So some more we'll do. Maybe we have done 7. 8th one you can see. Impulse is a very important physical quantity, which is nothing but force into time. Force into time. So already done for force. M1 L1 T minus 2 into time is again T1. That becomes M1 L1 T minus 2 plus 1. That is minus 1. Clear? Mathematics also there here. A to the power of m into a to the power of n. A to the power of m plus n. 1 by a to the power of m is nothing but m minus n. A to the power of minus m. So many things you can learn. Work is also called energy. Work or energy. What is work? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. So you already know force above m1 L1 T minus 2. Displacement is nothing but length L1. So it becomes m1 L square, because L1 into L1, L square T minus 2 is the dimension formula of the work or energy, power. Very interesting. Power is nothing but work by time. Work by, that is called rate of work done. How fast you are doing work. So already work is there above. Work is m1 L square T minus 2 by time again T1. So it becomes m1 L square T minus 2 is there. We go T minus 1. T minus 2, T minus 1 is T minus 3. Because plus 1 go numerator, becomes minus 1. T minus 2 minus 1 becomes T minus 3. Okay, one more we write. Pressure. Force by area. Force by area. We know force, or we can see top also m1 L1 T minus 2 by area is nothing but we have seen already. First one, area L square. So m1 no change. L square go to numerator L minus 2. L minus 2 plus 1. L minus 1. Minus 1 T minus 2 is the dimension formula of the pressure. So like that, if you keep on writing, so many are there which are given in the textbook material also. You just go through them. Go through the textbook so that you can get many more physical quantities with their formulas and dimensional formula. So remaining, we'll continue in the next class. For further explanation part, I will give along with our worksheet to be completed. I'll show you worksheet as well as solutions also. Then we'll move to tomorrow, right? So all these points should be mentioned in your notebook so that you can answer the worksheet easily. Basics, all these are the basics of the units and dimension. See, you cannot get chance to learn in the next class. When you go to 10th class, we'll focus only on the board exam. This is the only class where you can learn more and more knowledge helpful for you in the future. So motivate yourself to attend the classes regularly. So total 11 quantities you have learned. We'll continue in the next class with some more quantities and worksheets. Okay. So see, I'll show you the worksheet also. What we have. So you can find here, this is our worksheet with the different levels are given. Right. You can see the page number 20 from page number 20. So many are there. All these are the questions we'll solve one by one in the next class. Whichever is possible will solve. Remaining you can go through your key also. I'll provide for you. See, I'll show you the key. So it's a complete key of the chapter. Your chapter units and dimensions. There are totally 77 questions are there. Various types of questions. Multiple choice, single answer, multi-answer, match the following, passages, statement questions. See, all we given the key here. Along with key, some solutions. Wherever required solution, we given the solution also. See, those so many questions, solutions are provided. So if you go through that easily, you can answer. There is no teacher is required for that because all clear solutions are also provided. So next class we'll try to do some. At least 50% will complete in the class. Remaining 50 you can practice. Okay. Hope you understood. So with this, so you practice very well for the monthly test, first monthly test, which give the confidence for you. Even we are going to provide the IIT toppers badge also from this year. Your teacher, whoever the toppers 1, 2, 3 ranks in the class, they will provide a wonderful IIT badges. So fight for that badge, right? All the best. Thank you, all of you. Have a wonderful day.